Good morning, world. Welcome to Sunday morning's messages of love from above. And I just popped on a little early here just to talk about the moon energy a little bit that's coming up. And hey, crow's nest, hey, buddy. And we will get into the readings here in just a momentito. Excuse me. So I'm going to get my desktop set up so we are good to go. So hopefully, whoops, now it went all completed the whole screen here. So sorry. All right. Here now I can see it. All right. Um, so hopefully you're enjoying the Capricorn moon energy that we talked about yesterday morning, because we did go into Capricorn over these next couple of days. Tomorrow morning, we will be going into Aquarius. So Aquarius moon, we enter that at 10:32 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. So you can adjust for wherever that is in your part of the world. But I did want to talk about the energy just so you could be prepared for what it is. So sorry, and what it brings in. And of course, we have a Pisces full moon on Wednesday evening. So Wednesday morning, we go into Pisces moon here in our time zone. And then Wednesday evening, we have a full moon in Pisces, but it's also a blue moon and a super moon. So you're probably already feeling all this emotional, spiritual energy of Pisces already. But I do have a pick a card that will come out Wednesday morning. So you can take a look at that. And then we'll do some special things Wednesday evening in our session, our reading session as well. But the Aquarius moon energy, it brings out the rebel in us. So woohoo! So we're gonna have 2 days of rebellion. And it's a great time to break out a rut, to try something different, and make sure everyone sees us for the unique individuals that we are. And by the way, I'm reading from this great book. It's a daily planetary guide. I want to give them credit for their wonderful insights. So, show the unique individual you are, Monday, Tuesday, and it is ruled by Uranus, which actually Uranus goes in retrograde tomorrow as well. So, there's this reflection on all things Aquarius that we kind of uh, look backward and look at what we are doing with all this energy. So personal freedom and individuality are more important than anything on Monday, Tuesday. So you might have this need to be true to yourself even more than normal. And our schedules become topsy turvy and our causes become urgent. Aquarius energy is the sign of surprise, switching up. It's like sudden, uh, unexpected things. So expect some fun things too tomorrow and Tuesday, but watch for a tendency to become fanatical, act deliberately rebellious without a reason. So don't rebel just or break tradition just for the sake of breaking it. We don't have to be douchebags about being a rebel, right? So that is what is coming in with the moon energy tomorrow. So you have a heads up now, and you know what you can do with all that. And then as I was preparing the cards, this message came in for everyone. So I love this beautiful little colt, and there it says, "All is well." And here's the message for everyone, and I'm going to read it as well. It's just really, really cool. It says, oh, sorry, I was reading Patty. Sure, we can, you have a credit then for a reading, Patty. So it says, babies are beings, capital B beings from the non physical, eternally coming forth for the creation of that which they decide. And the babies are wanting so much for you to know that all is well. And I read that as that we're all babies. We all are these beings, these powerful beings that come into this realm to create, and that all is well when we come in, and all is well as we go throughout our life, even though we're taught that's not well. When we see it from a higher place, we do see that all is well. So I like it. I like it, like I like it. All right. So let's get into some readings. Thank you guys for being here. I hope you're having a great Sunday morning or Sunday evening, wherever you're at in the world, and had a great weekend. I'm going to be using the Round Tarot and the Light Seers Tarot, maybe. Um, Sometimes I get all into one tarot deck and I don't rotate between them, but we're definitely going to use the Round. And if you're new to my channel, order these readings. Welcome, first of all. We got a great group of people, wonderful soul family full of huge hearts and great senses of humor. So, welcome. And how the free readings work is the chat is the list. There's no special list. That is it. We just go down in order, first come, first serve. And if you don't want to put your business out there, you can just ask for a general reading. Spirit knows. We'll pull cards for that. If anyone makes a donation, which I have several donations already, thank you guys. We prioritize those and as an energy exchange. And so I will step out of the free readings, dive deeper into those, pulling additional cards, and then I return back to the free readings. And I try to get through as many as I can in about 2 hours. At 12:55 p.m. Mountain Time, I will bug out to go to my Praying Mantis member free readings. So if you want to join us there, there's a Praying Mantis membership, $7.99 a month. It gives you access to that and a bunch of other things. If you're interested in finding out more about memberships, there's a link in the pinned comment above, and also, I believe, in the description box of the video. All right, so let's get started. So, Patty, we're going to bump by you, and you have your credit, like we said. And then let me see here. I also got a PayPal. So, thank you. And let's see. So, that came in there. All right. So, Angelique, you will be after Dune, Crow's Nest, and Queen Bee. So, thank you all for your donations. And Dune, thank you for your donation. And your question, I love this question. A coworker and you are thinking about starting a YouTube channel where we can go and eat a lot of food in restaurants. Will it become a success? All right. Let's get started here. All right. So let's take a look here and see what Spirit wants you to know about this. Eating a lot of food channel. I like it. All right. So let's take a look and see what we have here. Well, it looks like it would be beneficial here because we've got here in I got two sets of cards. The second set is this partnership is joyful and celebration, uh, celebrating, and it's a great partnership. So this is a good indication of that the partnership doing that with your coworker brings great joy and celebration. So we like that because that is kind of like a yeah, it's going to do well for you here. Um, we've got this Nine of Pentacles, which is this feeling of independence, financial independence, which, it makes it feel like it's, of course, beneficial. And um, I feel like it's important for you guys, to kind of split things and make sure everything is, independently defined so that there's no trouble later. And I don't know why that's coming in there, but it's just like, make sure it's clear, make sure it's all so you don't have to worry about it. It's like, hey, this is just to make sure that we don't have to worry about if we hit it big and all this. Let's just have an agreement in writing so that we don't have to like wonder. It's just like we won't invest energy in that, and we can just realize that it's an equal share or whatever, right? So I like that defined. And you got two number fours, which is stability. You got mental stability and emotional stability. So I like this coming in here, Dune. So I like the idea with all of this, and I know there's some similar ones that are out there. So make it your own as well. Make it unique to the both of you, and don't try to be something you're not. I feel like being yourself is what it's all about with that Nine of Pentacles too. So I like it, Dune. So we're excited. Let us know when you start it. Because we'll come check you out. You are very welcome, and thank you for your donation. I appreciate that. All right, and then up next we got Crow's Nest. Hello, hello. You want to know Hugo's current feelings and next actions? All right, yeah, let's take a look here. See what Spirit wants you to know. So those are their current feelings. And what about next actions? What's going on with next actions here? Okay. Okay. So let's see how that unfolds. Let's see what the current feelings are here. I feel like they get at least they're figuring things out here. They definitely have attraction here with the Knight of Wands is a lot of attraction. And I feel like, this is this desire to move on things and to act on this both energetic and physical attraction that they have. But the Nine of Swords, this is what keeps them from leaping forward. And I feel like it's getting closer and closer in battling here because this horse is pretty strong and pretty powerful. And but the Nine of Swords, the nine is good. It's the hermit's journey. They're looking inward in their own thoughts and beliefs and mindsets and things like that. And they look inward and looking at all these things to release them. Nightmare and insomnia. They're almost to the point of exhaustion, which the Ten of Swords is the one after that, which they're like, all right, I've had enough of this prison of thoughts and beliefs and mindsets and fears holding me back where I can't leap forward. I can't go forward. All of that. And it's good. So they're this close with that. So let's see what their next actions are going to be or what's going on with their next actions. Okay. Yeah. And it makes sense here. They're undecided, they want to make action, but they're standing at a fork in a road. They're standing at a fork in a road, and they're trying to balance their heart and their mind. And this is what this card does too is close your eyes and open your heart. This is like an encouragement from them to balance their heart and their mind. And the King of Cups, they roll over emotion, but all the kings are given a second helping, which is air, which is thinking. So that's where the balancing of heart and mind come in there. And this is where all the mind is, right? It's all this thinking. And it's like, come on, it's like clear. Let's get that heart activated. Beep, let's go. Which it does happen here. So they're giving you this you know, ultimate, like after it's like the heart will be activated. They're like, it's just taking time for the little cart, how they have in the hospital where it's like with the little stuff they do to bring the heartbeat back, a defibrillator or whatever. And the three of the Empress is all about new birth, new harvest, and sensuality. And so there is birth and harvest that comes, but it just takes time for it to get there with all of this here. So that's what's going on right now, Crow's Nest. You're like, same old, right? But I don't know if we've gotten this close before with the nine almost going to the 10, which nine is like endings. 10 is the end and beginning, because it goes from 10 and then 1 plus 0 is 1, which is the beginning, right? So 10 is like the movement of it. The nine is like, I'm at the end. So, which is good, the end of the fears. And then, I don't know if we've had this strong of a passionate energy because the knight represents action and movement, and the wands is fire and movement too. So I feel like they're telling you, I don't, they're showing me like something loading on a computer, how it's like 25%, 30, 31, 32. It's like taking forever. And then we look and we're like, oh my gosh, we're at 98%. We're so close. That's what they're saying. We're so close for it to happen. So that's what the current energies are, crow's nest. So hang in there. And again, thank you so much for your donation. I greatly appreciate that. And then Queen Bee, hello, hello. Thank you so much for your donation. And you wanted to know, what is TJ Scorpio's current feelings for you, the Leo? All right. Let's take a look here, Queen Bee, and see what is going on. And thank you for your donation if I didn't thank you for that. Sometimes I jump right into the reading. I get excited. So I want to make sure that you guys know how appreciative I am, because it's the donations that keep me fed and going here. So thank you so much. I appreciate it. All right. So let's take a look here and see their current feelings. Okay. Yeah, I see here. They first want to let you know here that they're just trapped in their own little world here. I got two more sets of three cards, so we'll dig deeper, of course. But I feel like this is what they're wanting to say is, just know that they're working on this barrier that's holding them back from acting. The nine of wands. Nine is the hermit's journey, and it's the ending number, and it's like they keep on busting their head against the wall, and they're finding a way through. They're making their way through ever so slowly, right? And the eight of swords is a good card too, because it's about flow of mind, and they are realizing what of their own thoughts and beliefs and mindsets and fears have kept them blinded and bound and trapped where they feel. So both of these are very much like trapped cards, right? Where it just feels like they have been in a cage, a self-imposed cage by their fears and thoughts and the energy from their inner child that's been keeping them held back, right? And you're like, yeah. And it's like have you been throwing peanuts to the monkey in the cage? You're like, here, let me help you. Uh, so, so I like that. Yeah. Let me look at these other ones here too. Okay. Yeah. So see if I can hold these up without dropping them all. You're welcome, crow's nest. So Queen Bee, we've got, this is their higher self, double endings and double beginnings, which I like that because I feel like that represents the endings and beginnings of things that have been holding them back, and their higher self has been communicating with even their little child self, going, let's bring it some light. Let's communicate with you here and wake you up to what's going on. And so I feel like they're in this kind of aha awareness stage of their life where they're going, oh, after it's happened enough, now I understand why. This reminds me of when I was a kid, and oh, all this abandonment or this heartbreak or whatever. It's like, oh, I get it now. So there's like these little light bulbs that are uh, popping up. And I like this because their self-love is growing because of that, which, when we don't love ourselves, we can't love anyone else or accept love from other people. Or if we love ourselves that much, that's how much we can give and receive. And so as we expand our self-love, we're able to give and receive love more to the humans too. We receive this beautiful love from above, but it fills up and overflows. So this is what is coming. This is what they're breaking through. And then we have the eight of wands here, which is movement of energy and passion. So once they get past this nine of wands here, which is like the barrier, it's like the dam, it breaks, and here comes the flood of all this passion and this love and energy. So I almost feel like this comes out of almost like literally nowhere. It's just like suddenly you're just like, whoa, well, hello, because they're like, here's flowers and hey, I love you, kind of energy where it comes fast. Um, so I see this, here's the deep emotions that are making their way to the surface, the transformation of their energy and their passion. So it's being reiterated here. And you're going to see this Three of Wands. So I like that they kind of repeated the same message twice just to kind of give us hope of like what we saw with those first cards. We're like, oh gosh, what's this going to be, right? And then we're like, boom, boom, it's the same thing, kind of twice, because we've got the depths of emotions coming up and being revealed with the crawdad or crab that's coming up, and the Five of Wands, which is transformation of passion and energy. What feels like conflict ends up transforming into love. And then the Three of Wands is it's the change of direction where it looked like it was headed one direction, but suddenly there's this decision and things change. And I feel all of this is for the positive with all of this here. So, I like it. Time frame, that moon really stands out to me, and I feel like this Pisces full moon, super blue full moon in Pisces this Wednesday brings a lot of emotion up from the surface. So, um, depending on what they're feeling in the moment, you might see a glimpse of this sharing of emotion, around this full moon. Not guaranteed, of course, but it's really standing out. So this sharing of this moon energy is beautiful. So I like that for you, Queen Bee. That's what they have for you right now. So many blessings to you. Appreciate your donation. And then Angelique, and then Mia, you'll be up next after Angelique. Thank you so much for your donation, Angelique. Let me see here if the all right, so you must have asked your question here. Oh, it's right there. Duh. So you want to know, is A interested in you? Any hints? All right, let's take a look here and see. All right, what they have here. Okay, and that one. All right, 1, 2, 2, 1. It's like there's this mirroring effect with them. So I like that. Let's see what they have here. All right, yeah. Feels like you guys have, because we have 1, 1, and then 2, 2, so it looks like there's this mirror reflection, and I like it because that means there's this mutual kind of interest in each other, and, where you guys are at, you're kind of in the same boat. Either you just ended relationships or there's been a kind of a death and a rebirth. This is them on this side. So they've had this transformation, this ending, in their life, which is allowing this kind of new beginning, freshness in their life. And this is you, the Eight of Cups, which is like you have been leaving behind emotions and maybe even friendships and relationships that no longer serve you, headed off into this emotional fulfillment. So I feel like you both have similar experiences of ending things, to have something more in fulfillment. And so I don't feel like necessarily like people ended it with you. I feel like you both ended it with other people because you're learning that I don't have to put up with everyone's caca doo doo, right? You're just, I feel like you both did that. We're like, you know what? I love myself too much to keep me in these situations. And I feel like you both have done that. And let's see what else comes in here. I love that. Then the top 2 cards here, yeah. So the top 2 cards, this is you on this side, where you've been looking for love in your quest for love, and I feel like they've been waiting longer. The Seven of Pentacles is like waiting for fruit to grow, waiting for harvest. I feel like you have been having more movement in your heart and towards love, and they're doing the work right now, towards that. So I feel like yours is, like, I feel like you have been out of the relationships longer because you've been doing your inner work and taking time. I feel like theirs is more fresher-ish, and then they're doing their inner work, so they kind of have a hold on getting into relationships and stuff right now. Yeah, because, I see you over here, you, you know so all these cards are you over here, where, you've walked away from relationships, in the past, and you have this emotional movement, and you are clearing things out. I feel like the tower sometimes is like the outside world moves things out of our life, moves things out of our path to make space. But I feel like you, were in coordination with spirit of, I think like you saw the signs and you're like, nope, I'm not going to wait for the lightning strike to happen. I'm just going to toss the cup. Why hold on to the lightning rod? I'm like, no, I'm throwing that. And I feel like you've done a lot of this work and you've done a lot of this transformation. So I like this, that there's this mutual interest, um, that they have in you. Just know that they are. Let me see if I can do this here. Here we go. Let's just do it this way. Because they have had this ending beginning, and they're in the process of growing things and connecting with their higher self and their higher love and their higher strength. So, um, uh, they definitely, because of this mirroring and this mutuality, they have an interest in you, but there's this energy of rebirth that you both are in. They're more fresher in it than you are, but I feel like, that's part of the draw is they feel that energy, they recognize the, the strength, in you that they're wanting, and, I like it, I like it. I just feel like there is this mutual attraction. I feel like they might take a little bit of time because 'cause they're kind of still heart shy, if that makes sense, and that they don't want to, like, leap forward into something, again, and have it end up the same way. They're wanting to transform some things, before they do that. It's like waiting for the concrete to dry before you start building something on it, if that makes sense. So that's what I feel is coming in for you, Angelique. So many blessings to you. And again, thank you for your donation. And then Mia, thank you for your donation. All right. And let's see here. So I am doing very well. I hope you are doing well. And then what do we see coming for you in the near future? Something specific? No, nothing specific. Let's take a look here and see what does spirit specifically want you to know about something. Okay, coming in the future here. All right, let me take a sip of my coffee here. All right. So, okay, well that is that is specific. All right. Wow. All right. So, specifically, you have an important relationship that's coming up here. I'm like, wow, is that specific enough, right? Here it comes. And you've got the sun card. So this is, Leo energy, but there is a lot about, this connection. It's a very bright connection, passionate, with the sun energy and the fire energy coming in. And there's this balancing energy coming in. Now, you've got a lot of thinking that's coming up here. So they start here. I'm going to bring this one into the other three cards that came out too, because an important thing with all of this as it's dawning, as it's becoming more vibrant, becoming more obvious, is the release here of all of these thoughts and beliefs and mindsets. We've got, when we look at the justice card, we've got the two, the scales, right? And they're usually out of balance when we all start out. Well, we start out like this. I mean, like, yeah, like this, with all the unconditional love. intelligence we have when we're born, but then we get conditioned into the fears of the world, the no, the praise, the punishment, all those supposed to be's, need to be, have to be, blah, 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 right? So the scale becomes this way. And then as we connect more with that Ace of Swords and see things from the higher perspective, see life from a place of unconditional love, we start cutting away these supposed to be, should be's, need to be's, have to be's, especially specifically around relationship in this case. And that's about, because we uh, life with all these expectations that are poured into us by what we see, by what we're told, by what we watch on TV, what we witness. It just has all these. Okay, relationship is supposed to be this. Okay, relationship is supposed to be this. A relationship is supposed to be this. Oh my gosh, a relationship is supposed to be this. It gets so compressed, it's hard for us to find something that meets up to all this stuff because that relationship's on back order for 1,000 years. But as we cut away the supposed to, should, need to, have to, must, and allow life to be this adventure and journey without a lot of like, I'm supposed to be this in a relationship and they're supposed to be this in a relationship, and this is what a relationship is supposed to be, and how it's supposed to unfold, blah, 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 all this pressure, right? Instead of allowing it to be an adventure instead of an assignment. And so the reason that they're really emphasizing this is because you've got the Ace of Swords here with the balancing of this. Then you have the Queen of Swords, which is balancing heart and mind. So again, here's the Ace of Swords. And then you have the Emperor, who the Emperor is all about new beginnings, and that they get inundated with all of these supposed to, should be's, and need to be's from all of these advisors in their throne room, right? Telling them this is what a relationship should be. Oh, this is what it's going to be, blah, 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 blah. And we get all that, right? But this is the Emperor going, all right, everybody, clear the throne room. Thank you for your advice, but I am the king. I'm the emperor of my kingdom and my empire, and I am going to decide. And that's what these three, well, actually this one too, because you have the the transformation that comes in here with the Hanged Man, which is about seeing things from a higher perspective because you're up in a tree, hanging from a tree. So you're seeing things differently from up here, all this higher Ace of Swords is helping you see things from a higher perspective, which allows you to cut away the old ways. Because when we do what we've always done, we get what we always got. Lower vibrational fear thoughts and beliefs and mindsets attract and bring in lower vibrational people, situations, events, and experiences. And we're like, yeah, I've had a ton of those. I am done. Right. And so there's this beautiful change, this beautiful transformation that's happening through all of this. So that's what they want you to know here, in that it's introducing itself here very soon. Um, so there's this spark, there's this passion, but uh, it's going to go slow. Yay, with that Hanged Man, but it's for you because if it goes fast, you're gonna just draw in that lower vibrational. It's gonna end up like others, right? But this is the experiment. It's a positive experience that allows you to cut away your old ways of thinking. It's like clearing away the blinders that we've developed with all those expectations. We don't see what's out here or what's out here because we're blinded to it. But as we are opening our expectations, we're like, well, hey, who are you? Spark, and that's part of the process. And we get to, when we don't have a whole lot of expectations, we get to celebrate who someone is instead of judging who they're not. And who wants to be in a cage of constantly being told, "You're disappointing me, you're not being, you're disappointing me, you're disappointing me." No, we wanna be in a relationship where people are like, "Oh my god, you're amazing," right? So, that's what's coming in for you, Mia Mia. So many blessings to you. You are very, very welcome, my dear, and thank you again for your donation. All right. So let me get these cards all here. And then Supernova, thank you for your double donation. So let's take a look here. And messages from spirit first. Okay, let me take another sip here. Keep the old pipes hydrated. Well, it's coffee, so dehydrated. At least flowing, right? All right, so Supernova, messages from spirit. Let's see what they have here. Okay. And that one there. Okay. All right. Well, we got your album cover. I'm starting to call this from now on because the 5 of Cups, right? This is all about the transformation of emotions and the power of emotional choice, right? So I like that. I like that they're starting off that going, yeah, here's your album. Coming in here and there's the message that comes in from spirit here is peace of mind and allowing these expectations, these fears to drift away. Continue to look and see things from a higher perspective because you've got the 8 of Swords, which it's a message of flow. And when we get the 8 of Swords, it can be like a wonderful kind of pat on the back or a high five or a fist bump from spirit going, trust that you have been questioning and you are letting old mindsets go. You are letting limiting beliefs go because the 8 is a number of flow and the 8 of Swords is basically saying that you are becoming aware of more and more and releasing more and more of the thoughts and beliefs and mindsets that have made you feel blinded, like the blindfold here, the bound, feeling trapped and restricted and trapped and unable to move forward. But once the blindfold gets removed and we start to see things, we're like, you know what? I could hop out of here. I'm not totally surrounded. I just felt like I was and actually, one of these blades I can just, lean up against and rub my, hands against, and it will break free of this bond too, and you're like, "Hey, things aren't as weird as I thought they were," you know? There's, like, this freedom that comes from this, so I like it. They're also saying just continue to look here, that 6 of Pentacles, the out of balance giving and receiving, that abandoned feeling, those overgiving feelings we have left over from our childhood. Very important to look at that. If you haven't already, I think I mentioned it so much, so if I have, my apologies. But I have a video series, Take 10 with Zen, that talks about in episodes 4 and 5 the things that we can do to help balance out this um, you know, because when we have this, I have to give 1,000 coins to deserve one back, my inner child keeps things away. And until I go back and look at that and explain and pick up my little inner child and go, all right, so let's talk about why we believe this is like, way out of balance. Whoever this was when I was younger that I felt I had to give so much to, and they would only give me a small amount back. Well, that's where the little inner child, believed, right? And so if you check out those episodes, they talk about how we can resolve that because in doing that, it does bring in this page of wands, which is about new passion, new drive, new energy that flows in that allows abundance to come in and allows things to come in instead of, um, you know, um, things being held back. Because episode 4, I think, is the ones which talks about where we're investing our energy in each moment. And I believe episode 5 is the 6 of Pentacles. I actually talk about the 6 of Pentacles in there. So I feel like those are the messages for question number 1. And then if you want to pop number 2 in there, we will go to that next. And all right, and Crystal Pickett, I'm not sure. I mean, I've got several, so I don't. I'd have to, like, count down the list and take time to do that, but let's see, roughly 10, 20, maybe 25 people ahead of you, but if you do want your reading prioritized, a donation of any kind, I do, prioritize those as well. Alrighty. So, Supernova, you might be away from the computer or away from your phone or the video. So while I wait for your second question, just for the sake of time, I'm going to jump into the free readings and then I'll keep checking. And then once I see your second question, I will jump down there. All right. So that was it for my donations. Again, thank you guys so much for those. And Dijona, you are first up. You'd like a love reading. And, for free readings, just to try to get through as many as I can to get you some information, I'm gonna do 1 card readings. So let's take a look here. And all right, well, this is pretty clear here, Dijona, that here's the quest for love and the knight in shining armor, riding in, offering love. So love is on the way here to you. They're um, headed your way. They're on a quest to bring you your love. And um, our ultimate goal, every one of us, is this night in pursuit of this higher love. This is the chalice, the Holy Grail, that's full of the unconditional love of the higher realms. Ultimately, that's the love we are all searching for. And when we turn inward and upward to find it, then that changes our whole perspective of love in the outside world too. Because the more we're opening and focusing on our higher love, the more we're opening up the conduit to be able to give and receive love on the human plane too. Because until we turn inward, we have this self love that we're defining by the outside world. And that's retail price, right? That's not self worth, that's retail. What am I worth to others? Well, that changes moment by moment, depending on season, the person, how they're feeling in each moment. It's so unstable and out there. But when we turn inward and upward, we find this stable, eternal, very stable, right? Unconditional, no conditions, also very stable love. And then we fill up and we feel full. And then instead of looking for someone in the outside world to give us that, which they can't, because we only can find that in here. Instead of seeing them always falling short, we feel full, and what they give us is extra above and beyond. And we're like, whoa, I love this, right? Instead of, disappointment, it's like gratitude. So there is this change, there's this quest within a quest, right? We're on this quest, but also someone is coming to bring you love that will be above and beyond extra if you can find that within yourself. Um, First, more and more and more, right? The more we expand it, the more we expand our ability to give and receive love in that plane. So that's what they have for you, Dijona. So many blessings to you. You are very welcome. Right, and I don't see anything from Supernova, so we'll continue down. Shay B, hello, hello. You'd like an update on David's current feelings towards you and their next actions. Well, they are on this new journey here. It's like they've let go of a lot of expectations, the old cycles, and what they're looking for in their life right now is something that's free of expectations, free of a lot of restrictions and supposed to's and requirement of I need to know your intentions. And they're just like, I just want to go on this adventure with someone. I just want it to be free. I want it to be able to be flow of emotion and thought and all of this. And I like it. I feel like they're waiting here though. I feel like they're waiting on the edge to see if if you are willing to go on the adventure without all of the restrictions, right? It's like what they're showing me in the emotional realm here is like their heart is like, I want to go on a vacation to Europe and I just want to have a backpack and no plans. We're just want to, we have to get there and then we're just going to go and see what we explore, right? And that's their heart. They're like, I just want to go explore. But what they end up getting is someone going, "All right, well, here's the itinerary. We're gonna arrive at the airport at here, and 5 minutes later, we're gonna go here, and then for 2 hours, we're gonna do this, but then we're gonna eat here," and they're just like, ugh. They feel just all the wind out of their sail, and they don't want that anymore. They just want this adventure. So I feel like that's where they're at right here is they're just like, I'm tired of trying to live up to all these expectations and disappointing people. I just want an adventure. So hopefully that makes sense. And that's what's coming in for you, Shay B. So many blessings to you. All right. And then Kritika, you'll be my next free reading coming up here, but I did have a couple donations pop in here, so I shall be back. All right, thank you, Love 1234. I did get your PayPal, and so June um, before you there, and so you'll be up next. All right, Shibi, glad that you're like, okay, I get it. So if you're like, yeah. I know that kind of freaks me out. I'm an air sign. My Aquarius likes adventure, but my Capricorn rising, it likes organization and planning. I'm not very much of a spur of the moment type of person. I need time to get used to stuff. That's funny. All right. Hey, Shani. All right. So June, and I think you said all is well. Oh, and it told you about the past life readings, right? Yeah, if you guys want to come check out our praying mantis sessions, we go into much more deeper things, and I've done a couple past life readings. It's really, really cool. I like it. I like it. I like it. So I'm glad she told you about it. All right. Anyone, any message? Yeah, good to see you too. Any messages from LSM? All right. Let's take a look here. What else do we have here? All right. 1222. Is this all about choice? Because I feel like we start off here. We've got the lover's card, which is about emotional choice. And I feel like with all these twos, that's what we're looking at here is it's choice, choices, choices, choices everywhere. And I don't feel like this is like indicating any kind of I mean, it's always about important relationships, but I feel like they're really, really diving in here with it feels like every moment is a choice that you get to decide, what you want to feel. And I like this awareness that they're bringing. So I feel like this is something, um, I don't know if ethereal. It's almost like it's the higher self of LSM that this is the message that they have. Like every moment you get to choose, is it a emotion of unconditional love and joy and laughter and higher vibration or lower vibration? Neither's right, neither's wrong, but they're wanting to say it's an easy choice. It's a simple choice, not easy. They corrected it. It's a simple. It's either one or the other. Everything is always one or the other. Everything fits into these two buckets. And I'm like, oh, okay, I like that. And then they have here where, here's lower vibrational fear energy and higher vibrational love energy. And they're kind of saying here that in each moment we can get caught up in our fears, and that's all right. We come down here to experience this. Look at the dark clouds and the storms, but also we have this bright, shiny, writing here is these are the pyramids. It's like running, rushing, enjoying the journey. We have these choices that we can make with that. And then we have these choices here too, which I like this that we have a choice to nurture ourselves, Mother Nature, Mother Nurture, and the choice of trying to give it away. And there's this nudge here of it's like I like how they presented it this way that they're turned inward to look at their self-worth and to nurture themselves here, which this is you. And they're like they're offering love, but it's like, well, it feels like there's this energy of I'm focusing on myself first, then you can have, that next. And I like this energy that comes in here. Um, so I like that here. So we've got that, and then yeah, this great awareness here too. I just feel like they're dropping a lot of wisdom for you, June. They're just like boom, boom, boom. Because this is about leaving behind the emotions and people even that no longer serve you and headed off into this nine of cups wish fulfillment. And the 10, the wheel of fortune, is again, I feel like there's these endings that come in because these cards came out together, endings and beginnings, but it's the fate's wheel. And the wheel of fortune always says that whatever, we feel here, we've got this it tells us everything in life always unfolds for us, but sometimes our human has a hard time getting on board with that. And that's what comes in with that is there's like this energy of you know um, whatever these changes are happening, trust. It's like there's this trust. You can leave behind what no longer serves you, trusting that you're headed towards wish fulfillment and that your human side is going to be like, all right, I am on board with this, right? I'm this is great, so they do eventually see that whatever's unfolding is for me and that your human side is saying that. So that's good because otherwise, you'd be like, "Oh, I'm gonna have to look at this from a different point of view." It's like, well, actually, it just unfolds very well for you here, if that makes sense. So, I like this. There's all these choices to be made, and I feel like this message is all about empowerment. It's all about I get to choose me, and then, I fill up and then other people get what's left over. They get the overflow. I get to make choices for me, and ultimately, it's what brings me these feelings of abundance and fullness in life too. So, I feel like that is what is coming in here. Hopefully that resonates, June. It just feels very empowering, and I feel like it's, again, ethereal, where it's a higher self of someone communicating with you and bringing you messages to bring you your power, to show you how powerful you are, because I feel whoever, this was, they felt very disempowered, or if they're still alive, feel very disempowered, like they feel like they're at the whim of everyone else's, like they tend to go or tended to go victim route, like life is happening to me, and all of this is like life is happening for you. You are so powerful type of energy. So hopefully that resonates and helps there, June. That is what they have for you. So many blessings to you, and again, thank you for your donation. And put all these cards back in here. And then Supernova. All right. So your second question is how, of course, there's no shoulds, but we can replace it with could. How could you channel your creative expression within music? And are you doing anything wrong with it? Okay, we'll take a look here. Oh, no problem about doing other things that everyone does. So no problem. That's what I love, that these are all recorded because we can go back and find them. Yeah, the first reading, I did complete that, before, uh, probably about within 30 minutes, so I did do the first one, if I'm reading that correctly. So let's take a look here and see what advice does Spirit have for you, in channeling your creative expression. There is no wrong, there is no should. I feel like they want you to know that just starting off, and from the spirit realm, it is all about um, choices and different results of those choices. So, um, There's no right or wrong, there's just experiences, right? So, but let's see what advice they have here, um, about how to channel, your creative expression. Well, there we go. Yeah. Well, so we've got the 6 of Cups, which is all about going back to like a child without trying to get away from, supposed tos and shoulds and need tos and have tos and musts. That's why I kind of cracked up because that's what I was just talking about. It's like realizing there's no right or wrong. We're taught as children, good, bad, blah blah. That's all opinion. But it's like allow your creative expression. Don't limit it. Go play with children. Go hang around kids. Go um I just feel like it's about become a child again. Go have fun, focus on joy. I mean, you've got the joy card here, the joy and the celebration. It can also be hanging around, like finding your tribe, and I think we talked about that like a few months ago, that you are going to be finding your tribe of individuals that don't try to control you, don't it's like a nice little like artistic group, maybe that don't even do music, maybe they do other art stuff, but I feel like you find artists that you hang around, that you all are muses for each other, that you just bring this creativity, in there. So it's like headed out and hanging out, with some people, and you're going to find your tribe because you're just going to be like, oh my gosh. And it's going to be like with the 6 of Cups type of energy of you feel like you've known them from a past lifetime. Like you have this connection, like you're just like, "Don't I know you from somewhere?" That kind of thing. We're like, "No." And you guys find out you didn't know each other in this lifetime, but it's like there's this, past life connection. So I like this. It also represents spirit. The 3 of Cups for me is a special card between me and spirit. Represents your spiritual posse too. So if you're unsure ever, don't forget, behind you are these massive amounts of spiritual beings that are going, "Hey, we're here," giving you little signs here and there, just as a reminder. They won't meddle in your life because of your free will and your power of choice. But if you will, of your own free will, ask them, "Hey, bring me ideas, or show me how I can activate my creativity. I'm open, my heart, my mind are open to hear and see from you." And they will, but you just have to ask because they honor our power of choice and free will. It's like a 2-year-old wants to pour milk into their glass the first time, and we're like, well, they want to learn, and we're going to let them do it, but just know I'm here if you need help, right? Because if they're like, "Oh my gosh, help," they're gonna grab it and help pour it, not let you go. Psh. But if we're like, "No, I can do it myself," they'll go get the mops and the rags and the paper towels to clean up because they know there's gonna be cleanup when we try to do it ourselves, right? Because we're learning, we're growing, and it's messy. But if we want help and assistance, they are definitely there for us as well. So I like that. And then also your energy, where you focus your energy on, we've got the 9 of Wands, which is any barriers you feel you have. Whatever you focus your energy on is what grows and expands. So just being aware, you know, gratitude, gratitude, gratitude. When we focus on lower vibrational energies, we expand those. When we focus on higher vibrational energies, we expand those. So if you haven't put a alarm on your phone yet, every half hour while you're awake, silent vibrating alarm, just to come back to gratitude. Where am I focusing my energy? Because we're taught to focus on lower vibrational, but we can change our habit to focusing on higher vibrational, and that's where we can hear from spirit, and we are connected to creator and the creative force even more when we're at that higher vibration. That's the vibration of unconditional love and joy and patience and all that lovely higher vibration. So I feel like that is what is coming in for you there. Supernova for that. So hopefully that is helpful. And again, thank you so much for your double donation. Appreciate that. You are very welcome. All right. And then we'll go to love 1234 and then to Olivia. So thank you, love 1234, for your donation. Let's take a look here. Don't fight you. I won't fight with you. You're so funny. So let's take a look here and see for number one. All right. Okay. And number two. Don't be scared. Don't be scared. All right. All right. So let's take a look here. So no, I don't see here, the and it's funny because we have the mind. This is movement of thought and belief and mindset, right? They are this is them writing in their head. They've got all this stuff going on inside them. I don't feel like they're doing anything externally, because here's you've got mother nature, mother nurture, new birth, creativity, all of this in here. So, there is this positivity with this. There is movement of thought and belief and mindset, but no mind games, you know, and there's a difference there, and we've got that, got this here. So, I really like this, um, focus here onto um, onto the yourself here and your awareness here. Sorry, I heard dogs walking above me, distracting me. So I don't feel that here. I feel like it's just them in their mind and them working through their own thoughts and beliefs and mindsets. So their world is changing, but the only one that really can play mind games on us is us in our own mind, right? so we so we do that. So we've got that here, and then number two. All right, all right. Thank you, Honey Skull, because I did see that. I'm like, I don't. I will always put something somewhere if I owe someone something. So thank you, because I was like, I don't remember it. Maybe I'm getting old. But for you, love 1234, we've got here how long? Well, we've got that it takes exactly the perfect amount of time before it ends. They're so funny. Your spirit guides, as long as it lasts. But there is victory, there is celebration here. Um, so I feel like this is when that you are the one who ends the contract. I feel like it things grow on the tree. The fruit takes a while to get, but then there's an ending and a new beginning. But with this victory here, I feel like it's you that rides off. It's you that heads off, going, "All right, I've got what I need. I'm headed off into something different." So I feel like you are the one who ends the contract, because you find something there. Let me see here. We've got the second part of that question. Um, I feel like it with this Ace of Wands, I feel like it comes from a different source. It just feels like there's a different one because there's this balancing, there's this, seeing things from a different perspective, from a different higher source, right? So it just feels like here, like there's this, this is a newness, because this feels like excuse me, Ace of Swords, an Ace of Wands, so I feel like it's somewhere new, not somewhere like from before. Some not something known. I just feel like it's Ace of Wands for me is like new ideas, new place. So I don't feel it's from what you mentioned there. I feel like it's from somewhere out yonder. So interesting, interesting. But that's what they have for you, love 1, 2, 3, 4. So many blessings to you. And all right, so I did those. Oh, okay. So that could be. So it is definitely a new source. It's a new place. So it definitely could be from them then, because it's all about newness, newness, newness. So that makes sense then. Because I have no idea who that is or what that is. I thought it was a company or something. My human. But so if that makes sense to you and that resonates, then definitely. But it feels like it's from someplace brand new, new ideas, new thinking as well. So I like it. All right. And let me just want to take a look here, see where did I leave off up here. Okay, so I did that one. I did that one. All right, so Olivia, we are to you. And thank you guys so much for all your donations. I really appreciate that. So, Olivia, you want messages from DW. DW. All right. So let's take a look here. Hope you are doing well. And thank you again. I think I thanked you for your donation, but thank you again just in case. And thank you guys for your patience for all the free readings that are waiting. Donations are how I stay alive. So I appreciate all those. And if I don't get to the free readings, I'll see what I can do here. I'm going to be on here for about almost another hour, so we'll get to some more free readings, I'm sure. All right, so DW, what messages from DW? It's my stomach growls. Sorry if you guys heard that. All right. All right. Well, let's see what these others are here. Oh my goodness gracious. Well, Olivia, we got a wonderful card here. We got the King of Pentacles and the Ten of Pentacles. Wonderful, wonderful abundance and fullness. And with these other cards coming in here, I feel like there's this message here of hope and um, of I want to give to you. I want to build something with you here because the 10 of Pentacles, I mean, here's the relationship and child and dog and, it's like legacy with ancestry and the palace and all the money. And this is abundance and fullness. It's like they want to build a life. Um, because we've also got the 6 of Pentacles and the 4 of Wands. 4 of Wands is joy, celebration, marriage card. I just feel with all of this, there just feels like there's this desire to build and this is like the intentions or wishes or it just feels like this is the energy. 6 of Pentacles just say about balancing giving and receiving. And if you haven't checked out my Take 10 with Zen episodes 4 and 5, talk about this out of balance feeling of I have to give so much to deserve so little. And when we're looking at that, it helps clear things up because it gets into this, energy of we want a lot of things on our conscious mind, but our subconscious little inner child's going, nope, you don't deserve it yet. And it will hold things away. It will push this away. It'll, keep things distanced, whether it's relationship or abundance or all those. So definitely oh, good. I'm glad you love those. So if you listen to it, the one that talks about the Six of Pentacles. I think it's episode 5. It could be 4 or 5. But, definitely sit with that and see if there's something to release, because whenever that Six of Pentacles comes up, especially when it's all this relationship stuff, it's like, wow, you know? So I like that because we have the Two of Cups here and the Three of Pentacles. All these pentacles, pentacles, pentacles. I mean, literally out of how many cards did you get here? 6 cards. 4 of them are pentacles. It's all about this outside world, this relationship to the outside world. And the 3 of Pentacles, I like this with this combination because it's like the message is be true to you, be your true authentic self, because that's what draws them to you, and what they love is not trying to be someone who you're not, and not trying to make things something that you don't want. But I just feel like there's this, I mean, it just feels very clear to me with all of these, the Two of Cups, all of, let me show you here, because half of the cards, 3 out of 6 is like they scream relationship and marriage and partnership, right? So I love all those. But that's what's coming in. So hopefully that makes sense there, Olivia. And but I definitely would just kind of sit with your Six of Pentacles, because you can't change anything from them on their side. They have to do all that themselves. But the energy that you put in changes the energy around you guys too. So that is what they have. So many blessings to you. And thank you so much for your donation. All right. Boom. Yay. All right. Hey, Shani, no, I haven't gotten to yours yet. All right. So, Josephine, thank you. Josephine's like, yay, I'm up next. So a love reading with your crush. All right, let's take a look here. See, what does Spirit want you to know about this? You and your crush. All right. We got another mirroring here. Interesting. Let's take a look here. It's a little different though. Let's see what's going on here. hmm Okay. Well, I definitely see here. I see the energy that's drawing you to them, because you've got the Ace of Cups, you've got the Four of Pentacles, and you've got the Six of Cups. So this is the side, because I got 3 and 3. This is the side of what's drawing you to them, and this is what they want you to know. Spirit wants you to know, because you've got this, this desire, this love, and this draw. And the Four of Pentacles is like there's this feeling of home with them, and it's because you have this past life connection. I don't think you guys came from like the same hometown or anything like that. If it is, it definitely was reflected here, but this also talks about this deeper connection. It would be past life type of connection, where you are picking up a lot of old emotions from other lifetimes, and it just feels like there's this draw, like you're just like, okay, I don't know what this is about. I'm just like, and this is this crushing feeling. It's like it almost feels like below, like uh bubbling below the surface. Even it's like it's not like a crush like I would have a crush on this movie star. Like you're like, it's like so deep, because it goes so deep into your subconscious. Yeah, exactly. And I feel like they know it's there too. I feel like they can sense it, because on their side, we've got this is the judgment card. This is their higher self that's like blowing a horn going, "Hey, there is something here," right? And there is this energy. I feel like there is this attraction. Here's the higher self twice here, that is this, draw that's there. But what's keeping them back is that they're dealing with this experience from this lifetime. So they feel all this draw and everything, but this gets in the way. This is like constantly like moving in front of it. And it's like, get out of the way. And it's like, Uh-huh, uh-huh. No, 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 no. Sorry if I'm making you dizzy, but this is this feeling of from their childhood in this lifetime, feelings of abandonment, feeling left behind, being left out in the cold, these feelings of lack. So that definitely they feel this draw, they feel this passion, they feel this like what's going on here? But this if you feel like there's an obstacle in between on their end, there is, but it has to do with this emotional um, you know, belief and that's been, you know, hanging around since they were 7 years old and younger. So they've got this feeling of unworthiness that's coming there. Oh. Oh, wow, yeah. I mean, but probably because it's there, right? It's like, "Here it comes, here it comes." Let's see, I'm gonna just, pull a couple more cards on that here just to see, where are they at on that path, right? Where are they on moving past that, right? Alright, well, yep, so I do see here we've got movement with the 8 of Wands, so I feel like they are, you know, this heartbreak because it's been, you know, when we have this experience when we're younger, our inner child will, because it's down in the cellar, it's pushed down in the cellar by our higher our thinking mind when it starts to develop around 7 years old. It's like, "Nope, you can't be out here anymore, you need to be in the cellar," and it pushes it into our subconscious, and then our thinking mind is like, "No, I've got to, you know, stay acceptable in all this." So they push it all down, but that inner child will keep knocking on the pipes to get our attention and bring messengers in the outside world. And that's what I feel like they've had people abandon them, abandon them, abandon them. And, but I like, you know, that the Eight of Wands is action and movement and a lot of action and movement towards this. So I like this, you know, and there's this beautiful, you know, movement, 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 movement. So, I like this, that it's telling us that they are making movement on their heartache and they're getting to the root of it. So if they're not just sitting stagnant with it, they are actively pursuing, trying to transform it because they don't want those feelings anymore. They're just becoming so much. Yeah, yeah. You know, there's this, I mean, they are working on that, you know, so uh, they're just not outwardly about it. When they go in to do their heart surgery, they don't do it sitting out and telling everybody, "Hey, I'm working on my heartache," you know, they do that, you know, inwardly. I well, I don't know if they're super conscious of it. I feel like they're more they would I feel like they're more doing it around, in their mind than they are doing it spiritually. I feel like they're a little spiritually, but more mind. I feel like they're more, "Okay, let me read a book, let me look into this," you know? So, I like it. They are making progress though, so that's what's coming in right now, Josephina, sorry. So progress, progress, progress. So, and of course, while we're waiting, then we can look at our own things, you know, when we're like, I wish they were more curious. How can I be more curious? I wish they were more forgiving. How can I be more forgiving? And it can be in anything in our life, right? How can I be less insecure? Because they're our mirror always, right? Yeah. So, it's like whenever we're waiting, it's like, there's stuff I can do." You know, even if we feel like we've done a lot of shadow work, there's always more to do. There's always, uh, fine tuning and, you know, that we can do. Shine something brighter, right? So I like it. All right. And again, thank you so much for your donation, Josephina, and good to see you. All right. Up next, we got Angela Boyd. Thank you so much for your donation. And it's your first super chat, evidently. It says celebrate it. So thank you so much for allowing me to be your first super chat. Good to have you here. And you'd like a spirit baby message and conception timing. All right. Absolutely. We can definitely see what spirit has to say here for you. Of course, disclaimer, I am not a medical professional, of course, so, we always have to say that here in the United States when it comes to tarot. It is all about, entertainment, but, and everyone always has to make their own decisions, etcetera, etcetera. Alright, so let's take a look here, Angela. So spirit baby message, and let me just take a look here real quick. I think you'd love a reading regarding conception timing and spirit baby. Okay, very good. I just wanted to make sure. Hey, there you are. Ah, very good. Boom, boom, boom. I love how that works. Good to have you. All right, so let's take a look here and look at timing here and what other messages they have here. So, I feel like for here, there's this, uh, um, I feel like this energy is these cards are focused on the father, the conceive the bringer of the say the bringer of the seed. Like, okay, how do we say this? But so I like this energy because I feel like this is this balancer of heart and mind and leaving behind fears. And there's this movement from choppy waters to calmer waters, and I do like that there is this journey here, and here is the child with you guys. So I like this journey. I like this movement because I feel like there is this significant movement, but the significant balancing coming in here between heart and mind, and which I like. I like that there's this working out of, because it is scary, right, to have a child. It's like, are we ever going to be prepared? And I like this energy that they're getting out of their mind and into their heart to where they're just like, okay, you know what? Um, I'm good with this. And I feel like it's important for you to feel that energy because you don't want to feel like you're going at it alone, is what I feel here. And so there was some emotional confusion, they have a lot of different thoughts and beliefs that are in their head around children. And I feel like it has to do with like when they were a child, um, and just some fears about life and bringing a child into this world. And I feel like they kind of get into their head about, oh, da, 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 but then they sink into their heart and they're like, okay, you know what? It's worth it, type of energy, if that makes sense. And we got the Nine of Pentacles, which is feeling independent, and the King of Pentacles, which is all about, abundance and fullness of life. And I feel like some of their fears were, about finances, of course. I just feel like that's something that's coming in with that side of it. So I feel like they just wanted you to know that, kind of energy here, because I feel that if you feel safe, then this conception happens, and so I like that. All right, so let's see what else they had here for you, Angela. Hopefully that resonates and makes sense there for you because that was interesting. All right. All right. All righty. All right. Okay, very good. But I like that because, here we come with, we have the King of Pentac I mean, the Knight of Pentacles, which is the movement, the pursuit of the finance thing seems to have taken um it's done its journey, right? It's like, okay, you know, if we wait till we're ready, we'll never be ready. That's how it is with children. If we wait, no one ever is going to have children because we'll never ever be truly ready for children, right? So I like it because the eight of pentacles shows the blood, the sweat, and the tears, and the work has been done. So things are progressing, things are moving forward, and we got the 10 of cups. 10 of cups here, so you guys say you already have a child? Because I feel like here's the 2 of you with 2 children. 10 of cups is victory, abundance, overflowing. The 10 is standing out, so October may be when you find out that you have conceived. Um, yeah, it feels like here because again, we've got 10, 10 coming in here. And, it's like there's an obstacle that had to be removed out of the way here. Yeah, here's all the thinking with the King of Swords, which is the master of thought and belief and mindset and all of this, and the mindsets had to change and get things moved out of the way, but I just feel with here's the higher self and here's the child again that's calling forward here. 10, 10, all these tens, I feel like October is a big possibility. Um, with fate, and if you haven't had if you're new to my channel, if you check out, I have playlists. There's this wonderful Take 10 with Zen, all these tens. Um, which is a playlist. It's free videos that are 10 minutes or less, and they all talk about dimensions and fate and different things like that. And I like that. Um, one of the few things that is fated is the birth date of when we want to come here because we want the energies of our astrology and everything. So if you have a chance to check it out, I think all the faded ones are like 4, 5, and 6 around there, but if you wanna check those out because they do talk about our energy and how we can use our energy to bring things in and all of this, but, their birth date, they have chosen it, and I feel like it is in October. Maybe you'll find out like October 10th that, you are, due, but they know the exact timing of their birth already, and they, of course, have chosen you. Yeah. You got the Queen of Wands. So I feel like this is you and your energy. This is, you know, all the Queen of Wands have a great ability to shine, and wherever they invest their energy is what comes forward. But the black cat represents the water side of the queens. All the queens get water too, and that's the connection to spirit. So trust your gut, trust your instinct, trust your um, intuition, your emotions, and just know that there is a soul that has already chosen the both of you, and they know, when that will unfold. But I feel like in October is the month that you will feel uh, when you'll get confirmation, right? So I feel like you will, of course. I think that's how pregnancy works, right? You don't just go, "Oh, I know." You're like, "Huh, I think I'm late." In October, you do your test, and you're just like, "Oh, yay!" So I like it. I like it. I like it. So that is what's coming in here. Yeah. Again, we've got the Queen of Cups and the Two of Wands. So definitely check out the that Take 10 with Zen because this talks about wherever you focus your energy and your vibration and trusting your gut and your instinct here too. So I like it. I like it. I like it. Boom. Well, here we go. Get ready. And that would be what? A July baby, maybe, or June or July, depending on when they want to arrive. They will arrive exactly at their designated time that they want to arrive. So they're like, okay, baby, you're the ones. Yeah. And again, Nine of Cups, wish fulfillment coming in here. So I like this. I like this, this, you know, uh, because I feel like September is when everything comes together, and then you find out in October, right? All right. So that is what they have. Let us know. Hopefully you'll come back and visit us some more. We're definitely glad to have you here. And thank you for being a new subscriber. All right. So we'll continue moving down the list here. And let's see, I do have an additional donation. So, Dune, thank you for your donation, your additional one. And you want to know about your finances and your economy. All right. So let's take a look here and see what does Spirit wants you to know here. All right. Those two. What else? Oh, those three. All right. All right. So you have these four. Let's take a look here and see what we got. All right. Well, you do have a little bit of a cycle about to happen, which is good. It's always good to have an advanced warning of this and then to see this at the end of it too. Because the Two of Pentacles is this cycle and this change. And we've got the Tower card, which means that there is about something to happen here that's going to be knocking things out of your life to make space for new finances, to make space for new movement. So just be prepared. There is this change of cycle. If things have been feeling stagnant, things are about to be shaken up in a good way here because you do have the star card, the balancing of things with the seven chakras here represented, the balancing of the two, vessels here. But this is about, what is my wish? What is my dream? And I feel like whatever this is that's coming in here, it's to really have you focus and go, if I had one wish, what would my wish be in my life, right? What would make my heart sing? What makes me feel full? And I feel like with the finances and with abundance and with your economy, there's this changing, this, shaking up of things to guide you because you have the Queen of Wands, and she's powerful because this energy that comes in is that you're able to, yeah, it could definitely be that because we've got this, whatever she focuses on is what grows and expands. But with the connection to spirit too, it's about trusting your gut, trusting your instinct. And she's very passionate from her heart. It's like, you know, uh, she's like, she's not so much in her head about, okay, this is what the dream should be. She's really connected to the spirit realm, the high heart of what would make my heart feel complete and full, right? So there's this huge focus on following your heart, and because we can have all the money and economy in the world, but if we're not happy, it's not going to bring us anything. Yeah, again, because you've got millionaires and billionaires that off themselves because they're so unhappy. They feel all this money and all these possessions and everything. I should be happy, and I can't find happiness. It's better just not to be here, right? So money doesn't bring us happiness. And I feel like that's what they're guiding you to because you got the magician too, which is again, wand energy, your higher self, drawing in this energy from above through you out into the world, sharing your passion, this love in your heart. How do you uniquely want to share it with the world? And, what makes you happy? And I feel like that's where spirit is nudging you to is to say, to show you that, um, that's what true happiness brings for you, is this feeling. But we're taught, well, money, everything is, rotates around money. But And not necessarily, right? I almost had a nervous breakdown trying to move up in a company, years ago, and I had myself under so much pressure and stress trying to do something, um, you know, and uh, it wasn't worth losing health or life over, and when we trust and we follow our dream and follow our heart, it isn't a struggle. Like you said, I hope it's not a financial struggle. It's like we only struggle when we go against our heart, right? Because we have these fears of like, well, I need all this. And like, do I? To do what I'm doing now, I sold my truck, I sold my condo, I chose to simplify life so I could live my dream. And in doing all that, you realize I don't need as much stuff as I thought that I was supposed to, should, need to, have to. Um, when we're following our dream and following our heart, we're willing to go and do things differently because we're living our dream. We're living in this moment. It's not about there's this joy of, oh, in fact, it's funny. This card just jumped out to me here, which says, I love this card here. My career is one of creating a joyful life experience. And I'm just going to do this on the back here too. And I'll read it, but at least you have it on the video. It says, if your dominant intent is to feel joy while you are doing the work, your triad of intentions, which is freedom, growth, and joy, will come quickly and easily into alignment. See your career as one of creating a joyful life experience. You are not a creator of things or a regurgitator of what someone else has created or a gatherer of stuff. You are a creator, and the subject of your creation is your joyful life experience. That is your mission. That is your quest. That is why you are here. Boom. I love it. Right there, just screaming out at me. So I feel like it's only a struggle if you want it to be, right? Finances just are, but our story we put around finances is what makes it a struggle or not. So I feel like that's what's coming in there for you, Dune. So that is the message. All right, so we'll continue moving down the list here. And I do have a few more donations, so we will continue to do these. And for everyone that's waiting for a free reading, I will be headed out here in about 25 minutes. But because I won't be back until Wednesday night, I will return to try to do free readings. It'll be a separate session that doesn't have anyone else being able to chat. I'll just record it, and it'll be a live, but it won't have a chat. This is what I did a couple weeks ago. I just have had so many donations, and I definitely appreciate those. But I do want to make sure I get through the free one. So if I don't get through to you in this one, I'm going to head over to my um, praying mantis session here shortly for my members, and then after that, I'm going to eat so I don't pass out, and then I will this afternoon record that. So stay tuned for that if I don't get through there. All right, just to take the pressure off of, are they going to get there? Again, then get there? Okay, we'll get to it eventually. All right, so Nova Rodriguez, Supernova, thank you for your additional donation. And so, what do you need to know about yourself to help you understand and embrace your dreams and goals even further? Ooh, what a great question. Let's take a look here. And then Aries rising, you'll be up after that. So, all right. So let's take a look here. What do you need to know about yourself? All right. Excuse me. Take a sip here. Ah, you are so kind. Oh, I appreciate that. You're so sweet. So I feel like we know this already, but they're just reinforcing it because something that, is a double edged sword in life is that you don't give up on people, right? Even when it's in your healthiest, um, for you to do so. Right? Because this is about, leaving behind emotions that no longer serve you. You're doing that and you are in this beautiful journey of transforming old emotions. But this is about leaving behind relationships that no longer serve, relationships that you're constantly filling up, but you never get anything back from. Not that that's like what we are, designed to do. Um, you know, I only get into relationships with people who give me something back. That's not it. It's just like when because there are times in our life where it's not ever 50-50, right? But it's 80-20, 20-80. It goes back and forth and it alters, right? But if there's these relationships, whether it's friends, family, work, whoever, where you are giving 99% and they give 1% or less, and uh, it's always that way, right? Then it's like, okay, you know what? This is not a good investment of my energy anymore. I've learned what I needed to learn through those relationships. And that's when this comes up is when you've learned enough from it to go, you know what? I don't need to invest as much energy in that as I have. Now, if you want to try and go to just bring it down from 99% down to 50%, and you're like, I will only give 50% in this relationship, that relationship, and that relationship. And if they don't make up the balance, if they don't change from 1% and give, then the relationship will drift away because it will die from you not nourishing it because they're not nourishing it and you are. And you're like, you know what? My energy can be better served somewhere else now in my life. And I feel like that's an important thing because there are, both of these cards coming in together. We've got this conflicting energy that it, 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 like takes your energy, and not that it takes your energy away, but you invest your energy into these conflicting type of relationships where you have to maintain these emotions, maintain this stuff, maintain, when it's like paying for Netflix and you never watch it. It's like, why are you investing in something that doesn't bring you anything anymore? It was okay for a time when you did watch it, but you haven't watched it in a year. So it's like, release it. And so I feel like I said, this is something that you do know, and it's just a reminder, a reinforcement that it's an important piece of your journey here so that you can embrace your dreams and your goals and understand what it is because these are taking so much energy and so much of it away from you, right? And again, there's a lot of people that have deceptive, you know, thoughts and beliefs and mindsets that have stole things from their life, and that's it makes their way out into their lives, and they do that to you, and they've done that to you, not to you. They've done it for you, but their actions were towards you um, because this is all they knew. And it is a beautiful mirror because it's allowed you to see here from a higher perspective your own thoughts and beliefs and mindsets that have tricked you, that have deceived you, that have cheated you out of experiences, fears that kept you, you know, feeling like you couldn't like you didn't deserve things, so you had to steal things. That's the kind of energy that it kind of comes with the card is I don't deserve it, so I have to find some way to get it because it can't just come to me. Because I don't deserve it. This is something you've been working on too. You're connecting to the capital T truths of the higher realm about your worth, about who you are, and that's what's cutting away these. You've already left behind too. and you're looking at 3 more right here. So you've already making a huge jump in progress of letting go of these thoughts and beliefs and mindsets that don't serve you. So you've got the mindsets because the 7 plus the 1 is the 8 of swords, which is the movement away. And again, movement away. So movement away of emotions and thoughts that don't serve you is a huge piece. And it's identifying those triggers and those beliefs, those whispers that come up, right? Because ultimately, here is the Ace of Pentacles, which is this energy of you're finding the relation of your worth to the outside world in a completely different way. And it does also bring you in new opportunities that come in here. So this is all part of the whatever's been holding you back is what's been, is what's being released. And so, when you're asking, what you need to know about yourself to help you understand and embrace your dreams, your goals even further, it's like it's almost like we don't have to um, discover our dream because it's there. We just need to discover the obstacles that we've created, mental and emotional obstacles that we've created between us and our dreams. And it's the removal of these that bring us the clarity that allows us to see things. And there's no rush, when we're like, I have to have this outcome, that's fear. That's humans saying you have to have this or you're nothing, right? When you're realize there's a dream, it's we can enjoy the journey to get there, um, as well as the destination, but it's all about the journey is the biggest, you know? Oh, not at all. I mean, it's the same message for us all. It just different plot, different characters, but the lesson beneath everyone's story is always the same. So you don't have to apologize at all. Um, and I thought, was there a card here? I feel like I want to do a well-being card here. Oh, okay. Evidently, that's the one here. Yeah. I like this. So it says, well being is my natural state of being. I love all the horses. And then I'll read the back here too. And it says, reach for the feeling of well being first, and everything else will fall into place. Be selfish enough to follow your bliss, and you will tap in to the natural, pure, positive essence of you. So, boom, there we go. So, that is what they have for you, Supernova. I like it. And sometimes the message, we get the same message because it life appears in different ways, but it keeps pointing us back. Like, relationships, situations, and things. All we're told, look out here, but all those things keep pointing us back here. And that's where we keep getting pointed back to in different ways, but they show us different paths as well. So, alrighty. And then Aries Rising, thank you so much for your donation. And so you're wanting to hire, MF for a challenging project. So is MMF the person um, that is best for you to hire? And what will the outcome be? All right, very good. So we'll take it because there's no really shoulds, in the other, the other side, of course, but there's like for my highest experience, would this be the highest person, um, the best person that to get the best outcome, the highest outcome for everyone involved, so we can ask that kind of a question and go, okay, and then what would the outcome be if you hired them, right? So let's take a look here and see. um, are they the best option and what would the outcome be? Okay, whoa, Well, all right. Cards are flying out. So let's take a look here. All right. Well, it does look like a positive choice here. There might be a little bit of conflicting beliefs, but overall, they bring a lot of passion, a lot of energy for this project. So I do feel like they've got um, you know, it's like the Five of Swords is conflicting thoughts and beliefs and mindsets, and which is can be good because the Ace of Wands, it having having everyone on a project that thinks exactly the same might run smoothly, but you get so much more when you have a variety of different personalities and ideas and backgrounds, right? Because you get more creativity, you get more viewpoints, and that's what I feel is coming in with that there. Um, because I do feel like they bring in something new. Like, here's the normal stuff. I feel like they bring in something new to the project that you normally wouldn't have had there. Again, I feel like things really work out well because they're really a hard worker. So this is putting in the blood, the sweat, and the tears that really brings progress and brings things forward here. Very much intelligent here and a great communicator. And then also the 10, I'm sorry, not the 10, uh, two tens is 20, the judgment card. It's almost like they have this intuitiveness too, because this is their higher self. And it's just like they bring some good attention to things and almost intuitive in a sense too. So I really like all of this coming in here. And the outcome, I feel like there's a lot of passion, a lot of movement, a lot of communication, and happiness here with the Page of Cups. So I really feel like this is a positive thing coming in here. So you know, uh, it's yeah, I mean, just it feels like things move fast and they progress fast, but it brings in a lot of energy and a lot of communication, but a lot of happiness with the outcome of the project too. So it feels very good. I like it all. I mean, like I said, intelligent communicator, like you're saying, intuitive, great instincts, hard worker, and definitely new ideas and a lot of passion. They're very yes, yes, yes. Which Aries rising, you're like, yes, I love energy, right? So I like it for you, Aries rising. I feel like thumbs up on this for sure. So I like it. All right, and that is what they have for you. Again, thank you so much for your donation. I appreciate it and excited for your project. Boom, boom, boom. All right. Oh, yeah. Well, it did bring you like a lot of happiness, and the 8 of Wands, it feels like it is a fast outcome. Yeah, okay. And then you get the Empress and the Queen of Pentacles. Both of these are the same energy. New birth, harvest, abundance, solid, great outcomes, uh, abundance. So creativity, so yeah, definitely great energies there. So that's like two thumbs up for sure with that. So I'm liking it. I'm liking it. It feels like it's worth the risk there. All right. I know, right? Hey, Shinny. So, I'm only going to be on for about 8 more minutes. So everyone that had free readings, I am going to come back. I'm going to leave here in about 8 minutes to go to my praying mantis membership session where they get free readings and we dive deep into a lot of things. Also, I'll be back tonight for my Q&A for my praying mantis. So if you'd like to become a praying mantis member at $7.99 a month, it gives you access to all those readings and advanced access also to my pick a cards, my Take 10 with Zen. I'm going to be doing some different things coming up too. So you'll have access to those things. But if you're interested, that's available to you. You can check out what come with memberships in the video linked at the top of the pinned comment here. But after I do that and after I eat, I'll come on sometime this afternoon in a session where there won't be a chat, but I will go through. I'll take screenshots of all the chat and I'll go through all the free readings. So you'll get those. They'll just be a little later in between all those sessions. So because I won't be back until Wednesday night for my next sessions. So thank you guys for understanding. Donations are how I live, and so um, I honor those, and I do not want those to stop. But I do also want to make sure I give enough free readings because that's also my passion too. So so thank you guys for understanding. Um, Absolutely. So let's take a look here. And so I've got about, what, 6 more minutes. So let me see here. We had left off with Kritika. Do you have a future with your crush, Arnav? So let's take a look here and see what they say here. You know, Kritika, we've got here, I didn't mean to sigh that deeply, but we've got the 10 of Wands. It felt like there was a sigh. It's almost like, you know what? You've invested a lot of energy into them with this 10 of Wands, like towards them. And I just feel like there's this ending in this beginning, you know. It's like there's so much energy that the ending and beginning, you know, becomes the Ace of Wands or the Page of Wands. It's like a new passion. It's almost like Spirit is saying, you know, you've invested a lot of energy into them and who you know, you have these feelings for them, but I don't feel like you're getting a whole lot back. I feel like you're carrying the burden of it all, and that it's you're getting to the point where you're ready to let it go and focus your energy on something else in your life here. Yeah, because I wanted more. So we pulled the Four of Pentacles, which is about these feelings of home, these feeling of focusing in on you and you know, I just feel like this energy, they just feel like it's, you know, they're saying at some point it's like I've invested enough, and if they're not showing something back, maybe it's time to withdraw the energy, um, because what is meant for you won't pass you by, you know. But if you're like, you know what, I feel like I'm pouring all this energy and I'm not getting a whole lot back. I just feel like if you stop, they either will notice and go, hey, and you're like, oh, okay, you do care, you know, not to play games, but to go, you know what, I'm just going to stop and I'm going to start investing that energy on me. And if they happen to, then I'll contemplate, do I want to, you know, meet them halfway? But I'm no longer going to give, you know, 10 and them give nothing. So that's what I feel is coming in there, Kritika. So hopefully that resonates for you, but many blessings to you. I know, Kritika, rah, rah. But that's okay. You deserve to have someone that cares about you as much as you care about them, right? Right? Exactly. But there just could be some past life connection with them too that is drawing you to them, that you're like, okay, let me sit with that and see, you know, if you do cards or anything, you know, we do past life readings too if you ever want one. We can see, who is this, you know, is there a past life connection that's drawn me to them? And then once we understand it, we're like, okay, it's like a full moon. Sometimes we're like, why am I so emotional? And you look at the window and go, oh, full moon. Now I understand it. It doesn't impact me as much, right? So anyway, but that's what they have. So VD Jalan, you are up next. Hello. What are some of of your qualities that will help in moving forward that you're not noticing? All right, let's take a look here and see what's a quality here that helps. Yeah. I like this, and I know this seems weird. What? This is a quality that helps me move forward that I'm not noticing? The three is our creativity, and the three of swords is about expectations equal disappointment and our heartbreak. And something that helps you move forward is how you deal with this prick in our heart of fear, because that's what happens. Expectations are the prick in our heart when we feel heartbroken or whatever, is our heart going into fight or flight mode. It's like when someone scares you and startles you and goes, "Bleh," you're like, that feeling. But heartbreak is it being, it's about it rotating. In fact, I did a take 10 with Zen. It's like 7, 8, or 9 around there. You'll see it. The title is Heartbreak. If you check that out, that will help too. Because we have heartache, which is when we feel like helpless and helping someone else, but heartbreak has us here. And I feel like if you check out that video, they of course are all free, but I feel like one of the things that helps you moving forward is how you deal with fear, how you deal with calming yourself, whether it's breath work or painting or going for a walk. How do you process fear? How do you step out of fear? How do you recognize fear? How do you deal with fear when you feel it rising? I feel like these things, these qualities that you have, because I feel like with that three, you have a unique way of approaching it. And I don't feel like you notice and you don't think you do anything special with it. But I feel if you pay attention to it and how you convert and transform yourself to step out of fear, it really helps out because you you do it differently. And I don't think you even notice how you do it. But it's whether it's breath work or whatever, focus on how you transform your pain, how you transform your fear that triggers you, and what do you do differently. And I like that for you. So that's what's coming in for you, VD. So many blessings to you. All right. And we are getting close to ending here. So let me grab some. So, Dollface Diva, you'll be the first free reading coming up in my afternoon session. Let me just scroll down here. And oh, where did I go? Oh, sorry, lost my place. There we go. I am good at technology normally. All right, so that's good there. And then we got down to here. Just going to take pictures of each of them so I can see who I did and who I did not. And like I said, I shall return. It'll be later on this afternoon. So for everyone that had a free reading, I'll try to get through all of them. I think there's not uh, an unimaginable or unobtainable a goal there. So let me just take a look here. So that was Josephina. I'll get down to here. And thank you guys so much for all your patience and all your love and all your support too. I really appreciate. Whoops. Okay, I lost where I was. Let me just look real quick here. Thank you for all the thumbs up too that you give the video because it does help spread the Zen love, and it's something that you can do for free too. So if you enjoy free readings, definitely give it a little thumbs up. It does tell me that you guys are enjoying these and these resonate. All right, so there we go. I think I got them all. And just know as you guys are going throughout each and every second of every day of your lives that you are unconditionally loved by the mother and the father of all things, our creator. And of course, I love you guys too. So I'm going to head off to my praying mantis session. If you want to join me over there, all you have to do is be a member and at the praying mantis level. And I will return for my regular readings on Wednesday night. We're going to have a big Wednesday night too, because we have a Pisces super blue full moon. So, boom, I might channel spirit and leave my body. Who knows? But thank you guys so much. Hey, Jesse. Yeah, ask your question real quick here because I'm leaving, but I'm screenshotting. So ask it real quick, and I will screenshot it, and I'll get you right in before I head off here. But everyone else, have a great rest of your day, great rest of your night, wherever you're at in the world. And until I see you guys again, much love to you. You hang in there and you take care. We'll see you. Got it, Jesse. Boom. All right.